Hello, and thank you for joining us again on the Job Done Right podcast. We stream a new episode every 2 weeks, starting in the spring and going through fall. Our goal is to help you better manage your property, whether that's your home, acreage, commercial property, or farm. If you find Job Done Right useful, we hope you'll subscribe, share it with your friends, and let us know your thoughts. We're making new episodes based on what you want to hear, so don't be shy in voicing your opinion. One common problem faced by property owners is unwanted trees, brush, and vines. These unwanted plants are difficult to control, and they quickly take over fence lines, backlots, and other areas that are difficult to maintain. We've brought in an expert on brush control to give his thoughts. Kyle Wilson is based in Jonesville, Louisiana, and he's a hands-on expert when it comes to agriculture and property management. He holds a degree in ag business from Louisiana Tech, and for 25 years, Kyle has been a go-to resource for Ragan Massey customers. He consults with farmers and property managers on a regular basis to help improve production and get the job done right the first time. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Great to be here, Angie. Thank you.
Well, Kyle, we get a lot of questions from Ragan and Massey customers about the difficulties controlling trees, brush, and vines. What are some of the most common woody plants that you see customers working with out in the field?
Well, there are a lot of them, Angie, and we have a long list on our label of woody plants and vines that are controlled by brush stalks. But some of the most common ones that we get asked about are mesquite, kudzu, Chinese tallow, thorn trees, privet hedge, multiflora rose, and of course, poison ivy and poison oak.
And why is it that these plants are so difficult to control?
Well, often you'll find them in hard to get to places like fence rows or ditch banks where you can't get in with a mower or a trimmer. And it gets grown up and it requires a chemical application to get it back under control.
So I know it's really hard to remove these, especially once they're established, like kudzu, mesquite, buckthorn. What are some treatment methods that you would recommend?
Okay, well, there are three ways to use brush stalks. You can do a foliar spray where you take brush stalks and mix it with water in a sprayer and just apply it to the foliage of the plant. You can do what's called a cut stump treatment where you cut the tree down and apply brush stalks to the fresh stump. And then you can do what's called a basal bark treatment where you mix brush stalks with diesel and apply it to the trunk of the tree, and it kills the tree.
Okay, so it sounds like there's three methods to take. Could you explain a little bit more about each of those methods?
Yeah, the foliar spray is usually used on smaller trees and shrubs that you want to kill because you can reach them. You just take brush stalks, you follow the label directions, mix it with water, and cover the foliage evenly, and it'll take care of the trees and shrubs and vines that you want to kill. The cut stump method is you simply cut down the tree and apply the mixture to the cut stump, especially around the collar of the tree, of the stump, and it'll kill the stump and prevent regrowth. And on basal bark, it's usually used on larger trees. So you take brush stalks and you mix it with diesel and apply it to 15 inches up the trunk of the tree, and it'll kill the tree. And with this, the next season, you can cut the tree down and the stump will be dead.
Okay, thanks for breaking that down for us. So with the basal bark method, how long does it typically take to just see results?
Well, you may start seeing some results in a couple of weeks, but you're going to want wait till the next season to cut that tree down and have a dead stump there.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much for all the great advice and info, Kyle. We appreciate it. We typically also get questions from our listeners that they give us on social media. Do you have time to answer one of those?
Sure, bring it on.
Okay. A listener in Florida wants to know, what types of herbicides do you recommend for treating brush?
Well, we have a couple of options. One is RM43, which is glyphosate and imazapyr. And you can apply this to brush and you'll get total vegetation control, okay? Weeds, grass, trees, shrubs, everything. And if you use the correct rate, it'll prevent regrowth for a year, okay? And then the other one that is brush stalks, the one that we've been talking about, you can apply it to trees, shrubs, and vines and kill them, but it's selective. It won't kill grass. It'll just kill the trees and shrubs and vines. And then there's no residual with brush stalks.
Okay, a couple others we've talked about are brush stalks and stump stop. Can you explain the difference between those two?
Yeah, Angie, brush stalks is a concentrate. So you'll take it, mix it with water or diesel, whichever application you're using, and apply it to the unwanted vegetation. And stump stop is actually, you'll use it like like when we talked about the cut stump method, and it's actually ready to use. It requires no mixing. You can just go ahead and apply it to the fresh cut stump.
Well, that is awesome to hear. Thanks so much again. Really appreciate your time, Kyle.
Good. Thanks for having me.
For more questions and answers, visit the advice section of RaganandMassey.com. You can also visit the Ragan and Massey channel on YouTube for dozens of informative videos, including one that illustrates the 3 types of application methods to control brushy plants. Thank you again for joining us today. In our next episode, we will discuss Ragan and Massey's most popular product, RM43, and learn how to get the most from this powerful grass and weed killer. Make sure to subscribe to Job Done Right and tell your friends too. If you have questions you'd like answered on the podcast, please share them with us through RaganandMassey.com or on social media. We'll see you next time.